Hello everyone. Should we get started? I think we should get started. Let's just make sure all the audio is set to the correct settings. Yep, good. Right. Small disclaimer before we start. There might be long periods of silence because I'm resting my voice ahead of this evening's OpenTTD stream. And also there might be long periods of silence because I'll be muting my microphone to cough, 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 cough because I'm still suffering from what we think is hay fever. So it's not ideal, but what can you do? Somerset line. We're here, we're up and running. All the track is back from the little hiccup, shall we call it, from last time. All the track looks a little bit different to how it used to. I'm also a little bit miffed that these carriage sidings aren't quite long enough for six carriage trains. So I might have to do something about that. I'll lengthen one of these sidings at least and then just have the other one be a 5 carriage siding. Got a little engine shed over here with a Class 37 and a... I've forgotten what you are. Oh yeah, I do know what you are. The Falmouth Halls. So that's all done. All of this is done. New junction configuration over here at Lambton. And then right the way over here to Wennock Colliery, which has now been finished. Stress levels went through the ceiling trying to get this rebuilt, but it has been done. So that's good. Yeah, all the crossovers and all junctions and everything, they're all automatic at the moment. I might switch some of them back to be manual. And then up and over this hill, all of this has been redone. The bridge has been put back in, which it looks very nice indeed. And then if we follow the line up the hill here, we come to Wennock Town, which also looks very nice indeed. This was an absolute pain, because it turned out that the two platforms were level. They're on the same level on the bridge, but as soon as you curve around this way and you start curving down, one track ended up slightly higher than the other, which you don't notice when you just build them with these two single tracks. But as soon as I tried to build the crossover here, suddenly this one, this side here was about a meter lower than this side here, and it was a real nightmare trying to connect them up. So there was a lot of careful height alterations and things like that going on. And I think, in the end, we have two flat junctions, which is good. But oh boy, did it take a while to get to that stage. Boy, did it take a while to get to that stage. But yeah, this is Wennock Town. Still need to find some planters that I can put on the platform here. And then this is Wennock Tunnel, which we're going to build on from, hopefully, today. So currently the line... What's this line for? I think that was the original, and then this was the... Oh no, that must be the new one, and that must be the original. I can't remember. Then we're not going to use either of those alignments anyway. I think we're actually going to curve slightly this way. Follow the line of the tunnel. I'm just going to give it a minute or two to let some more people join, because I did sort of announce very quickly, oh, by the way, I'm going to be streaming soon. I've also got the cricket on in the background, because I'm pretending to be a cricket fan today, because it actually looks like we might win, which is nice. Right. twitch.tv/m4j_gaming. Can't talk and type at the same time. We all know this by now. And tweet. Post it on my own Facebook, and then I've got to go post it on the M4J Facebook. Oh boy. What am I doing? Oh yeah. Oh no, not send email. I want to write post. Write something. There we go. They don't make it very clear on the Facebook app. Also, for some reason, it still posts as M4J Racing, which it isn't. It's not that at all. That's interesting. It's very interesting. Right, I haven't missed any chat, have I? No, I haven't. I'm just going to refresh my Twitch dashboard, because for some reason it's showing the stream as buffering. I hope that doesn't mean the stream is buffering. Doesn't appear to be. Find out in a minute. We will find out in a minute. Forgot to transition. Forgot to transition, Mark. You forgot to transition. So you've not seen any of what I was just talking about. Oh boy. It's going to be one of those days. That's why it was buffering. There's nothing to show. Right. Yes, this is Wenwick Town. That tunnel thing I was talking about just now, over here. So you got like the original alignment went up this way. The new alignment went down that way. The new alignment is probably going to curve off to the right somewhere and head down. Because I think uphill, the line is always going to be a gradual uphill, up into the hills. But every now and then it will have to drop down, and this is one of those. Because coming out of Wenwick, it wouldn't really make sense just to have continuous hills going up and up and up and up and up. Excuse me. So it will go down again for a little bit, and then level, and then it will start climbing up again towards Mattock, which is the next station on the line. You are split, right? Yeah. Just want to make sure these tunnels are level. Whoops. Are level. That was a bad mistake. Alright, looks like we got away with it. Oh, now I can't find the way out. Yeah. Okie dokie. Save. So yeah, we will eventually be building... I mean, should we start it now? We should probably start it now. I did say I didn't want to start on the next station or the next bit of the route until these stations were done. But besides adding some more houses in this gap here, maybe some trees and stuff, there's not much about Wenwick that I really want to change myself. I might hand it off to someone who's got better route building skills than me and let them sort of take care of it. I do want to do something about this land. You have to excuse me sniffing as well, by the way. Can't really do much about it, unfortunately. I want to do something about this land here as well, because this looks ugly as hell. Just want to level it a bit more. Right, so yeah, busy week for me. Trying to do the XVI podcast still. Here's the annoying thing. The actual production time is not the issue anymore, because I've managed to fix that. It's little niggling problems, like the editor I use has this thing called auto ripple, so every time you delete a clip it automatically pushes the rest of the video up to make up the gap, which is really cool, really nice feature. But because I'm using an After Effects MP3 file, which is a bit of a hack in order to be able to do that, for some reason, so I put our clips in, so they're all 1280 by 720 is the video size, and they're all 720 pixels tall, and I try and knock it down to 360 pixels tall so that I can fit us all on the screen. And it does that fine until I use the auto ripple. So I'll delete a clip, and for some reason my avatar, no one else's, just mine, goes full size again, and I can't make it small. So I'm having to sort of manually ripple everything up, which again is fine, it's not a problem. The problem I have with the podcast is the editing time is at least the time of the length of the video, because I have to watch it in order to edit it. And I'm in every podcast, so I've already watched it. Technically, I was there when we recorded it, so I don't have the attention span that an editor would otherwise have, because most editors, when they're editing something for the first time, it's also kind of like the first time they're seeing it. They might have seen some previews, but beyond that, it's like the first time they're seeing it. Whereas with me, it's the second time I'm seeing it, and my attention span isn't the best at the greatest of times. So having to spend an hour sitting and watching something that you've already seen, whilst at the same time micromanaging it and making small changes here and there in order to suit the rhythm a little bit better. The end product is something I haven't seen before, and I do watch that again. But to start with, I have like all the outtakes and everything like that. I know where they all are, so there's no real surprises, and it does get a little bit tedious, particularly as I can't listen to music or anything like that whilst I'm editing, because I have to hear what we're saying. It's an isolating experience. It's really rewarding when it's done, and now that I've freed up like 5 hours a week with this new method, I can use that time for other things like streaming now. I feel a lot more relaxed this week. Like, I don't have to rush to finish the editing, because normally at this point I'll be trying to finish the audio editing side of it, and then I'll have to animate all of the avatars lighting up, whereas the avatars lighting up is already done, so I just have to worry about getting the clip actually edited, which is a lot quicker. So that's why I'm streaming today, basically, because I do feel quite relaxed about it. And hopefully from next week I'll be able to use more free time, if I'm feeling better, to make more XVI content that I've had sitting on ice for the last few weeks. I will try and keep sniffing to a minimum, but I can't really blow my nose on stream, so I'm going to have to sniff. It's good old sniffles. Right, there used to be a tower block, like here, and I think it got deleted by mistake, so I'm going to put the tower block back. Why are you being a pain? Oh, I thought you were floating. You're not floating. Just looked like you were floating. Let's do global to normal. And we'll save that. Right, I've put it off long enough. Let's start doing some track. So the plan is, here, we're going to go down by like minus 500. So 1 in 500. We're going to go down. I think the speed limit coming out of here is 40. I hope the speed limit coming out of here is 40. Main line is fine. We should be able to just build out like this. I think a nice sharp left-hander as well. Not too sharp. Something like this. Because the story here could be Mattock Station stayed intact, like the bridges and the viaducts and everything like that. But the original alignment, which you can see here, was demolished and something like a supermarket was put in its place. So this is the track trying to get back to its original alignment, which was all the way over there. So we could do something like this, and then we could do a sharpish right-hander. Like that. And that could be us back level. And we can sort this out. 40, 40. I don't know why it auto clicks like that. I mean, I'm not that bothered, considering that is the kind of direction I wanted it to go in, but at the same time it's annoying because I didn't ask it to do that. Okay, I think the speed limit here should be tweaked as well to 30 rather than 40, and I've now got to do the unenviable task of connecting these up. Although this should be easy because I know the slope. The problem on the other side was I didn't know the slope. This should be relatively straightforward. I did not do a very good job with that. There must be a quicker way to do this, surely. There we go. Yeah, it's easy when you know all the numbers and stuff. It's just when you don't that it becomes a pain in the arse. Now, I think it's quite a tight turn to try and do it at 40. I think the speed limit here should be 30. From this point here, the speed limit should be 30 until we get to the bottom of the hill, and then it should go up to 40 again. So one thing I like about this track building tool as compared to OpenTTD is you actually set the speed limit in the track rather than in the train. So I can make the speed limit change as often as I like, effectively, which is a really nice feature. Which way are we facing? We're facing directly south right now. So I want to come this way a little bit. Okay. So now, from here, maybe 25. Maybe 25, just to be absolutely safe. $25. I've got to do the same on the other side. That's not quite where I wanted it. There we go. And 25, 25. Okie dokie. Right, I won't do... Oh, I really should do them, shouldn't I? I was going to say I won't do the speed limit signs yet, but I need to do them. Otherwise I'll forget where the speed limit changes are, and that won't be good. So the first one... Down to... Whoops, that's not S. Oh god. Right, sign, speed, 1, bath. I bet that says 25 still. Yes, it does. Because I need to go there. Now you're 40. Good stuff. And then I need to do one on this side. On that side. Now I need to turn you round. we go. Save. Now we've got to do the other side. Where did I do it to? Was it here? I think it was here. Yeah, it was here. Put the finger on the screen just so I can remind myself. There. $25. And whatever speed this one was, 40. I don't think it should be 40, you know. I think it should maybe 40. We don't go up for very long. I suppose there's a fair old gap. Right, so we can switch back to this now and move this a little bit closer. Excuse me. Probably about there. Still 40? Yep, good. Yeah, I don't know if this should still be 40 though. I think this should be maybe just 30. Come on. Where's the sun? Oh, is it further along? Yeah, it's over here. Derp. Right. There. 30. 30. And then same again on this side. $30. Okay. Save. Was this side the one? Maybe not. There's a junction around here somewhere. Ah, it might be this one. Yeah, you can see the track isn't quite level. It does this weird thing. It took me like 7 or 8 goes on each side to get the tracks to line up. So the fact that I got this one right meant this one, I just don't care. You're not really going to see it. I don't think the train bounces on it or anything like that. So there was no need to worry about it, essentially. There was no need to worry about it. The only thing now is I wish I could get these arches to line up. But, I mean, you can quite clearly see one bridge was built with a single platform face, and then in the future a second bridge was built. Oops, can't line the camera up very well, can I? Okay, this is all looking okay, so let's put the embankment in. Let's do this at 100. Oh yes, much better. This is set right, isn't it? Yeah, track. Fall off. What's the largest number I can have for this? 1. Base width 25. Cut angle 10. Embankment something or other. Why is it not doing anything with the land here? Is it because it's already lifted up? Probably is. Alright, and then we'll just follow it round and down. Alright, I've made this completely the wrong size. Like, base width should be like 10 rather than 25. And then it should have fallen off. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what any of these mean. There's no real tutorials anywhere either. Can I like undo all of this? Start again. Yeah. Right. Code Monkey, good afternoon. Base width is how far from the track before it starts sloping. Okay, got that. I mean that one, the width, that one's kind of self-explanatory. The picture next to it actually does kind of give away what that is. But what I don't get is, like, cut angle makes sense. Like, what do you want the angle of the slope to be, essentially? And again, it kind of makes sense when you look at that. So then what's embankment? That's where it kind of feels like there's two settings that do the same thing. I think this could be 5 actually, you know, instead of 10. Cut angle only applies to cuttings. Okay, so right. Now it makes more sense. So that should be like cutting angle, and then that should be embankment angle. That's what it should be called. Is that what I want? No, that's not what I want. I want steep. So like maybe 60. That's cutting still, Mark. Although if I change one, I should change the other, because I want them all to be the same here. Embankment should say angle after it, I guess. Controls the angle for embankments. It decides for itself whether to go up or down. Alright. And the problem with having a really steep embankment is you end up with bits like this, where clearly something not right there. Maybe if I increase this to like 7.5. It's slightly better. Maybe use a slightly smaller brush size as well. I do kind of like the idea of keeping the old alignment on show here, but then having to build the supermarket or whatever it was that was built on its way. Maybe a 45-degree angle. Oh, that's making a little bit of a difference here. That's slightly better. Do do do. And then just follow the slope all the way down. Hang on, something's just happened in the cricket. Is it 6? Huh. Good shot. Okay, and then we can just keep this coming down and round. Like so. And like so. These bits here where I've had to flatten it. See that, it should turn into embankment again. Would having a circular brush here help? No. Don't think it would. Yeah, because now I want this land to conform to this. So that, like the rest of the embankment, and it's not. Now we've got this issue. It must be to do with brush, the base width. Yeah. That's annoying. So one of the problems with this like grid system that this game has is you end up with these really weird terrain things, like just random triangles where it doesn't go up or down, it just stays level. And you have to go like 5 grid tiles away before it actually has an effect on it. Okay, and then this side, up, up, up. Oops. No, it's not what I want. God, it really lags my laptop as well doing this. Alright, save. Now I've got to put the hill and the decals in for this. Not a fan of that. We'll smooth the hill out in just a second. I just want to get the tunnel in first and make sure it works. Okay, that's that side done. Now to do this side. I'm not a fan of the terrain tools in this game. I'll be honest. They don't look nice. They don't work particularly well. I mean, look at that. It's not what I wanted at all. Yeah, it's what we have to put up with. Right. Terrain in. Now we'll drop this to 5. So I mean, look, the circle sometimes works and sometimes doesn't. You have to really manipulate it to try and find the sweet spot. This is smooth, right? Yeah. Look, it isn't smooth. And you could say the brush size is too small, but I would argue, why make that a thing? It's size 5, so it should cover an area of 5. Yeah, I don't get it. Like even now, it's not lifting the terrain. Ugh. Alright, that'll have to do. There's enough of a gap there. I'm gonna do this side again. Something like that should work. Okay. Now I'm going to copy this tunnel mouth and put it over on this side. Something like this, and then slowly move it into place. There we go. And then that tells me just how far off the terrain was. Yeah, this... I don't know how to do this. Because if I do that, this disappears again. Why? Do I have to lift it from here instead? I just want that bit to come up a bit. Anyone know how to do that? That? No, because it's come out again. I mean, the other thing I could do is shift this out a little bit. Then we got the same problem again of there being a massive gap. So the tunnel track starts here. So we're starting about halfway in, which makes sense. I don't know, something like this. Oh, that last bit was not what I wanted. I think it's stuffed. The grid is 8 by 8. Oh boy. Maybe if I change this to 8 then. Is 8 the magic number? Oh boy, 8 is not the magic number, people. Oof. Alright, we're going to have to do that. And then try and get some decals in. So now I've got to line up 4 decals. Before I do anything remotely like that, I'm going to save again. 1. If you've got a filler block or something with grass on top, you can place that under the track, raise the terrain up, and cut away more of it with the whole decal. It's not a bad idea, actually. We'll see how this goes first. But yeah, that might end up being the backup plan. Wow, my laptop is struggling today. Is the stream buffering? Or is it quite smooth? Let me switch some fans on. Bear with me a second. Right, I'm back. Seems fine for me. Okay, so stream's not buffering, that's good. Got some fresh air, fresh cool air coming in now, so that's going to be a big help. Even if it doesn't make the PC work better, it should make me work better. So that should be decal number 1. Wow, you really are not playing ball, are you? Because I can't have it climb halfway up the hill like that. That's ridiculous. So is there really going to be a whole bit there? Alright, we're going to have to rethink all of this. No, Mark, that's not what we have to do. Give me that. Oh, for good's sake. Alright. You come over here. So yeah, this land here needs to be straighter. If it's even possible to do that. I liked that idea of yours, Code, to put some like filler block underneath. I might use that over here as well. The only thing is, this side actually might work with just the decals. Maybe not this side. Maybe just the town side. I'll put one of those generic blocks underneath, because this is like not what I wanted. This is like town centre kind of terrain, so how does that look? There's a teeny tiny bit at the top. Like the teeniest of tiny bits. Up here. If I do that now, save the route, and then have a look. And you can see where it's cut the ground away. But actually, as a tunnel, that looks alright. The only thing now I would change is make this a little bit wider. Off to this side. Could I make it cover both? Is that being greedy? It's being a bit greedy. There's a bit of a gap there, but I might be able to cover that with bushes. Right, let's give it a second to save and test. Yeah, so like, oh, we'll have to make it a little bit more out this way. I could put like a generic block under that, and then put some bushes up here. Although the tunnel mouth itself actually fixes that a little bit for me. So what I'll do, I need to grab it again, make it come a little bit more out, like that, and then we'll make this go a little bit that way. So it's going to look bloody awful for a second or two. Oh, we need to sort that out as well. Yeah, that's fine. We'll sort those out. What is that? Just a random light. Is that supposed to be like the moon? It revolves around. I don't know. Anyway, this looks okay. It looks quite neat and tidy now. We'll just have to tidy up this section a teeny bit more. Oh, there it is. So we want you to come out to the left a bit more, and then we want you to come out to the right a bit more. Save. And play. Yeah. So apart from this bit here, where if you step off the train you'll fall into the abyss, that actually looks pretty good. And then we can cover that up with something. I might just use, let me show you, where is it? Is it here? Yeah, block. Might just use one of these, or one that's wide enough to cover both sides. That's almost wide enough. That. So as soon as it turns black, which is about there, drop her down to about there. Save. And test. Perfect. And it covers that tunnel entrance quite nicely, sorts out all the bit there. I'm almost tempted to extend the decal out to the end of the tunnel now and use this block for that. Or just extend the block out till the end of the tunnel. Yeah, kind of like that. Like that. I quite like that, you know. I quite like that. I think it works. Yeah, I think that works. Ignore this sign, by the way. It will say 25 instead of 40. Right. Just got to do the other side now. So let's grab this, bring it over. How close is this? Miles off. Spin you around. Let's actually make you the right size. And then you go out that way. You go out that way a little bit more. This can come right up to there. How do we look inside the tunnel? Oh, terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. So you can come right the way back, pretty much to there. Now how do we look? Almost good. Almost good. You have to come back a smidge more. That side looks good. That side looks good. Let's test. Looks good. Looks good. There's no terrain there, is there? No? No. I think we're alright. Problem I have with these tunnel mouths is they are quite narrow. And I don't think this track here is centered. So I might have a little bit of like loco buffer clip in this as we come out. It's quite hard to tell. Okay, now we want block number 3, wasn't it? Spin you round. We're in place. Just got to shift you down. There. Alright, I think we're all lined up. Oh, no, we're not lined up. Wow, that's miles off. Try that again. I think we have a bit of a terrain blip going on here. I think that's the issue. There's still a bit of a gap. It's not as bad. Try this. Still not great. I think it's just it's not level with the ground now, so it looks worse than it is. Plus, I mean, that looks terrible. I think this side we might have to lift this up slightly. Kind of like that. Because a little drop off on the edge here doesn't look bad, because there's a natural, well, there's supposed to be at least, a wall on these blocks. Whereas having the land here suddenly drop off like that looks worse. But I think we're okay. I think we're okay with it like that. So something I want to do now is test what the approach to Wenwick Town looks like from the south. So we'll create a loco and some carriages, and we'll do a little test run. Except it spawned us in the arse end of nowhere. Let's so yeah, you can see the original alignment would have gone straight across and then into the tunnel, whereas the new alignment has to circumnavigate all the new buildings that have gone up. Okay. Excuse me. Right. Consist. Are there any Falmouth ones? No. Okay, let's go back up to this. What have we got here? Light engine, gunpowder freight, slow freight reverse. Oh, there's auto coach. We could do that. Don't know whether it would be in advanced mode or not. Sandwich. Let's do that. Oh boy, I hope this works now. I can't remember how to drive these things. It's got something to do with you hit E or you hit B or something like that. Alright, you. Advanced mode is on. Press Control A. Advanced mode is off. Good stuff. Right. Shift. No, Control plus. Control plus. E. No. That's what I want. Right. Brakes off. Okay. We're going to start rolling backwards in a second, so... and then start. Okay. We're going. Okay, I think this is right. It's hard to tell. It's very hard to tell. At least we're going less than the speed limit, so we haven't got to worry about that. Alright, 25 miles an hour. As we start curving round. Oh, sorry about that. Quick coughing fit. Right. Now, I'm assuming I can control the brakes from here, applying them. It's just releasing them that has to be done from the loco. That's the impression I'm getting. We are still accelerating, by the way. So yeah, I am going to do some auto coach trains on the route at some point. Maybe running the shuttle between the north and south. Sometimes via Lambton, sometimes not. We'll have to see about that. Is there an outside? Oh, there is. I hope I'm not supposed to be taking care of that loco. Otherwise all boys are going to explode in a second. No, I don't think that's my job. I think that's fireman's job. Okay, approaching the tunnel. Are there windows in this? Do they open? I know some like doors and windows in these carriages do in fact open. Doesn't look like they do. Let's accelerate again. It's an ugly looking hill. We'll sort that out in a second. Oh yes, that noise. That sounds so awesome. Alright, slow down to 20, which we've done. And cruise into the platform. So Code Monkey, sorry, I can never say your name right for some reason. If you're still here, you said before about the other tunnel tracks that we had, and the other part of the route, about changing the audio track so that we get the echo. Is that easy to do, or is that quite tricky? Don't worry. Oh, I like saying people's names right though. Like, it's just common courtesy really to get someone's name right at the very least. I actually quite enjoy driving the auto train there. That's quite fun. Oh, got people coming home, so I'm probably going to have to move in a second. What on earth is going on with these doors? Right, train has arrived. The train is completely, it's having a moment, let's say. It's having a moment. Right, yeah, I'm probably going to have to relocate momentarily, because I've got people in the house now. I'll wait for a reply from Code Monkey while we're doing that. I'm also going to remove... Oh, if it's easy, that's good. Go there. Oh, hello. Still a bit of a height difference. Okay, save changes, yes. Alright, bear with me 1 second while I move everything. I'm going to mute my microphone while I do that actually, so 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. That took longer than expected because my mouse gave up the ghost halfway through. Just need to use the selection tool on the track. In the flyout is an option for the audio. Alright, let's test that. So, over here. Hey. There we go. So, this selection tool Alright, hang on, let me so like this. Right, audio. Special collision. There you go, trackbed rumble. No. Unevenness, that's fine. Line direction. Line type. Oh, excellent. What, don't tell me they've changed it. Special collision. See, I'm assuming it was this. It looks like they've changed it. So everything has a track rule, and track rules have certain track types listed depending on the route it was made for. Is that what this is? Audio options won't show up if the track rule doesn't include the actual track type you used. Okay. So is this fixable or is this stuck now? Audio options won't show up if the track rule doesn't include the actual track type used. This one, yeah, it says Academy. Academy template. Oh yeah, my bad. I probably should turn that off. Yeah, Academy template, and then next one down says unchanged. Top box is the track rule and can't be changed in game. Second is the track type, which probably won't have anything in the list either. No, it's just Academy template and stuff like that. So what I want is that. Falmouth track rule. It's this one, Falmouth track 01. I've got here Falmouth track rule now selected. I don't think this will change any of this, because it was built under the Academy template. Oh, that's annoying. So we might not have it for these tunnels, but all future tunnels. All future tunnels should have a different track type when built. So there's no changes to save. Yeah, Falmouth track. That's now Falmouth track rule. So, oh yeah, look, that's changed. Okay, so you would go like tunnel track, or I think that says tunnel there as well. Hey Kurt. Second box would change the track type. Alright, so a lesson has been learned here. These tunnels I'm not going to rebuild right now. If we ever lose the track again, I'll rebuild them, but right now, can't be bothered. But from now on, we're going to be building using the Falmouth track rule and not the Academy one. See, all these tunnels as well are going to be the same as they always were. So over here, what do you say? Track rule, tunnel, tunnel. If you want, send me the tracks bin file and I can swap it all for you with a tool I made for this exact purpose. So I won't have to replace the track, is that what you're saying? It'll just do it by itself for me. So I've changed the track rule down here now to Falmouth, which means that up here now, okay, the speed limits will have to change, but everything else, like, it's now set to tunnel. You'll get it back, and it'll all be Falmouth. Okay. Tell you what, send me a whisper with your email address, and I'll send you the file over when I'm done streaming. That'd be a massive help, thank you. Change you to 40. Right, this is going to be a flat tunnel. 2-track, using the new tunnel command thing. I want to build it so that you can't see the ends. I like building tunnels where you can't see one end from the other. Probably like that. Why are you not connected? Oh, don't tell me the... Oh, okay. The widths are different between the track rules, by the looks of things. Alright, hang on. Bear with me, guys. I need to move again. Okay, I'm back. Right, I've had to relocate upstairs because my family came home and they would not stop bloody talking. Which normally you'd say, oh, that's fine. You know, it's everyone's house. We can all do what we like. But I've been told to keep quiet way too many times before now for various reasons. And then whenever I ask people to be quiet because I'm streaming, they just get louder. So, very inconvenient. Right. So, where were we? Oh yeah, we were about to build a tunnel, and then I realised that the track widths are different between Falmouth and Academy. So we're going to have to redo that. Whoops. So yeah, Code Monk here. If you send me that whisper with your email address, I'll email you the... is it just the tracks.bin file you need, or are there other things you need as well? Let's see, no gradient. And we'll build this over to there. Yeah, just tracks bin, so long as it has at least one piece of track laid with the Falmouth rule in it, so I know what file it should be. Well, I've just laid this set of tunnels will be using the Falmouth track rule. I might have to abandon using my mouse at this rate because it's not working. Okay, and then I want Falmouth track, just the one. Also set to 40. I'm going to use my trackpad for a second. Here's going to be interesting. So let me snip this and get rid of that. I've got to connect this to that somehow. Hold control, doesn't do anything. Let's turn you off. Oh wait, no, that's not what I wanted to do, is it? Let's turn you back on. Can't get it to snap. And this is where the trackling tool in Train Sim is a crock. Because when you can't get it to snap, it just will not snap. And there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Alright, there we go. I've got a mouse pad now. That should make life a little bit easier. So it was like the tiniest deviation. Oh, it auto-built stuff, didn't it? Go away, you stupid bloody thing. Alright, this mouse pad isn't working as well as I thought it would. Everything's going wrong. Everything is going wrong now. So I'm doing some really delicate, intricate building work, and then everything goes wrong. It's just... I'm not clicking. I don't get why... Come on, I need a nice flat surface. Can I make it snap like way up here somewhere? No. That's what I'm getting from that. No. Aha! Done it, you little bastard. Right. Weld. Done. Okay, so now we're running on Falmouth width. Which I'm a little bit worried is slightly narrower than Academy width, because I thought Academy width was a little tight. And this looks even tighter. So let's just build some random track out on this side of the tunnel as well. Just to make sure that it does actually line up and it's not just... I don't know, 500. Go back uphill again. Whoops. Start going back uphill again. 40 miles an hour. Yeah, this all looks fine. Righto. So you're going to go off in that direction. Like that. That's all fine, that's all fine. Is that a little bumpy? No? Oh, there's a slight, like, kink to the right and then it curves left. Alright, no, that's fine. And then we'll turn this into a tunnel. Save. Right. So we want to lift the land up. We want a big brush. Up you come. There you go, big hill. Alright, let's do that. And then here we want this with fall off. Something a bit like that. I don't even know if this tunnel's actually going to stay on the route yet. It probably is now. I've put so much work into it, but I mean the hill. We'll ignore what the hill looks like for a second. Alright. Tunnel mouth. I don't think Falmouth has... Let's go that one actually. Does it say fascia on the top of it in the route? So hang on, if I built... Oh, hang on, that looks ugly as hell. Let's just do a quick test. So if I save you, give it a minute. Now if I go into this, yeah, you do. What is the point of having that then? What is the point? Because it can't go that way around, because it still says fascia on it. I don't know. I don't know. It's probably best to not ask questions. So, tunnel. Yeah, your single track. you're that. Decal. Well, we could just use this one again. Not the worst idea in the world, you know. Not the worst idea. We can't put it there, though. It's going to have to be over here. And then we're going to have to lift the land up to match it. I'm just going to go a bit mental with this first, and then I'm going to use a smaller brush, like size 10, and lower this back to the track. Something like that. Yeah, it works. It works. It works. And then I need a decal. Let's lift you right up. Oh, for God's sake. Can anyone help me with my PC setup here? I need a desk that I can actually use properly, is the problem. And I don't have room for a desk chair, which means I can't use my desk properly. Which means I end up sitting on a surface not designed for long periods of time, trying to use a mouse on a surface that it was not designed for at all, and it just doesn't work. Also, I'm using a mouse that's absolutely terrible and should have been replaced a long time ago. But I digress. Right, you should look like a nice tunnel now. And you do. Ignore the abyss in the background there, because I've not put the tunnel walls, I suppose you'd call them, since that's what they are. I've not put those in yet. Okay. So we've got to copy this ensemble over on the other side. So let's do the mouth first. Can I have my tunnel mouth back, please? So you go there, spin you a teeny bit more, and shift you slightly that way. Okay. Now the decal here, I mean, how big is this? It's quite big. Oh no, it might be alright actually. Yeah, we should be alright. I was going to say that the decal could have actually been put slightly further back because of the layout of the land here, but we should be alright with where it currently is. Do with shifting this slightly. There we go. Okay. Let's do another save. So all I've got to do now is slap another decal down. There it is. Okay, that's conformed to the terrain for some reason. We'll try that again. There's no terrain function. I'm not sure how that's happened. A bit better. So we'll lift you into place. You need to go back that way somewhat. And then that way. That way. That's not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. Okay, slight problem. Actually, no. No problem. That looks fine. Save. And test. No problem at all. That actually looks quite cool. Alright, good stuff. Now we've just got to put the tunnel lining in. So let's do that using this. We'll start here. All the way up. Football Mad Gamer. Hello. Welcome. What's all about? Making routes in Train Sim is yeah. Like, trying to get the editor to work is the tedious bit. The satisfying feeling when you do get it working, though, kind of makes up for it. There we go, 1.6, and then I want this one. Yeah, looks good. It kind of needs to shift to the right slightly. But we can do that, that's fine. In fact, does it? I don't think it does need to shift to the right slightly, actually. I think we're okay. I think it's just how it looked. Yeah, no, that looks fine. Okay, that's all selected, so we'll drop it down slightly. There we are. And we should have one complete tunnel. Save. Test. Look at that. Does it line up with the ground? No, it doesn't. That's fine though. We can fix that. Let's use my trackpad for this. There we go. There we go. That is much better. Save. In fact, let's not save underground. I think I've saved it now. So yeah, no changes to save. Alright. Plate. And that looks much better. So now, if I go into the scenario editor, here, we should have two tunnels that we can now drive through. Yep, underground. Let's pop out from underground. So I'm going to get that consist again. Is it this one? Yeah. Stick you there. And we'll plate. Alright, Code Monkey. Give me 1 second and I'll send it through. Let's turn advanced mode is off. Good. So I've got to remember how to find the route. Alright, let me just copy your email address. Okay. Bear with everyone on stream. I'm just sending this file off, because if we can get it converted and put back in, that'd be awesome. Wow, my laptop is going slow. Wow, my laptop is going slow. Alright, let's get this going while we're waiting for that, shall we? So, let's do start. Oh, I'm just in charge, am I? Okay. Actually, let's keep brakes on for a second. Let's not be dumb. Come on, Gmail! I'm just going to drive the train while we're waiting. The sound file hasn't... or the tunnel isn't appearing. You will need to reload the route, but yeah, multiple track rules is a headache waiting to happen. Agreed. One track rule is a headache waiting to happen right now. Excuse me. Always coughing. Okay, train's going to have to drive itself for a second. Let's see, so it's that, Steam Games, Steam Apps, Common, Railworks, Content, Routes. What's today? The 7th. Seventh of the 7th, 19. Now, none of these have track folders, track files. How do I know? How do I know which one is the right one? Have we crashed yet? No. See, look, no echo. Is it because of there's 2 track rules? Is that why it's not working? Alright, hang on. I'm going to stop the train again. While I try and find this. Let's just stop the train. Okay. So I'm going to go back to the main menu. So I need to reload the route anyway for some of the speed limit signs. But what this also allows me to do is to find out 53570. You can open the route folder from the build menu. Ah yes, so you can. So yeah, open. What was that? I just got notified. Oh. Achievement under a streaming Sea of Thieves. I'm surprised that game's still going, actually. Right, networks. Tracks.bin. Okay. That should have sent. So take your time with it. Don't feel like you have to rush it or anything like that. Let's see if we can get that working. So yeah, why, even with the new track rule here, it was set to Falmouth, and it even set the audio to tunnel. I looked at that just now. And yet the tunnel symbol didn't appear on the map at the bottom, and the audio didn't change. So is it because the Academy rule set is still there, or is there something else going on? That's quite irritating. Come on, game. Nice and quick now. There we go. Oh, I hate being ill. Alright, I'll try this again, but I don't think it's going to work while the rule sets haven't been changed. For some reason Discord throws me into the XVI recording room when I stream. I don't know why. I'd rather it put me in my own. I might have to see if I can change that setting somewhere. Yeah, hay fever. I think it's hay fever. It's either hay fever or just a fever. But either way, it's not fun. Because like the podcast last week, I thought I did a good job hiding me feeling ill. But I've listened to it back now, and my voice just sounds awful at the beginning. Towards the end, I think my voice kind of gets warmed up a little bit, and it doesn't sound as bad. But at the start, oh boy. I'm just like, hey everyone, welcome back to the podcast. Don't like being ill. I don't like being ill when I can't talk. I mean, no one likes being ill, you know what I mean? I really don't like being ill when I can't talk, because that's kind of my job. Right. Still no sign. But let's go nuts with the... oops. Helps if you release the brakes, Mark. We'll try that again. I'm going to be streaming OpenTTD later as well, so that's going to be fun. Oh no, don't want sparks. There we go. I need to look up again how auto coaches actually work. They're very clever pieces of technology when you think about it. This hill, by the way, we're about to go through, it will be flattened considerably in the not too distant future. It's not going to be a mountain, don't worry. Might put some houses or something on top of it, just to make it look a little bit nicer. Alright, let's come out the tunnel, and then we'll start braking for the 25. There's a little bit of a graphics glitch there with the whole decal, might have to cover that up. Excuse me, yawning as well. Alright, brake, 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 brake. And release. 5% regulated, and we were actually briefly gaining speed again. Now we are gaining speed again. Doobie-doo. So I don't actually know how far Mattock is going to be from Wennock Town. I've no idea. Maybe not too far away. It's going to be a bit like, oops, Horsted Keynes. That's what it's going to be based on. I think I've already said this in a different stream. It's going to be heavily inspired by Horsted Keynes and Bewdley. So it's kind of going to be built in the middle of nowhere, but be a major junction station kind of thing. Come on. Almost there. I think some of this embankment might be replaced with a viaduct as well. Because if a building has been built on the original track bed, the chances of there being the exact right space next to it for a new track bed and embankment is going to be very slim. So we're probably going to have to bridge over a few roads and maybe a river, stuff like that. Alright, go back up to 30 briefly. God, this hill looks bloody awful as well. Alright. I love that noise. Steam loco in a tunnel. Oh. Beautiful. Oh crap, I was supposed to have slowed down. Screech, screech. Sorry everyone. Careless driving. Seems to be my forte at the moment. Let's see if the doors are a bit temperamental again this time. Excuse me. I should not cough in my microphone. You know how it is though. Sneaks up on you. Open doors. Yeah, it's still doing it, look. What are you doing? It's just that one. Maybe the game has a problem with 2 auto coaches. Like it doesn't know how to run. It shouldn't matter though, really, should it? I don't know what it's doing. It's stopped now, at least. Right, I'm tempted to continue driving all the way over to Lambton now. Revolving doors are for hotels, not trains. You can imagine the fat controller saying that. I mean, that's a really weird graphical glitch if ever I've seen one. Right, up to 40, up to 40. I do like how these auto coaches work, despite the fact that the brake pipes are in no way connected. It's just the chains. That doesn't look very realistic. Oh well. wasn't sure if an auto train could go 40 miles an hour. It looks like it will be able to quite comfortably. And stop accelerating. And get ready to start braking because we're on a downslope. Why is there a speed? Oh, are we heading towards... We are. Ah, right. How do you pause the game again? I mean, there's that one, but there's a way of doing it in-game, isn't there? Keyboard layout. Pause, 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 pause. Pause button. Okay, this is interesting. I don't think I have a pause break button on my laptop keyboard. That's an interesting problem to have. I've got print screen, insert, delete, page up, page down, home, end. Might be a function in something combo. I mean, I have a pause button, as in media player pause button. Do you reckon that might do it? That's Shift F5. Function F5. Yeah, that's not done it. Oh well, we're on the bridge now anyway, so... I was going to do a nice panoramic of us crossing the bridge. I think I've done that too many times. Alright, there we go. Now we're going to go through Winnick. And not crash into a siding. We can speed up again a little bit. This is a very picturesque bit of the line. Oh, excuse me. That bit of track is a bit uneven. And this tunnel looks bloody awful from this angle. Oh no, it's not too bad. It's not too bad, actually. Alright, so when we get to Lambton, I think I'm going to end the stream there, because it's going to be 2 and a bit hours. I need to rest my voice for OpenTTD later, and there's not a lot I can do right now while the track rules are a bit funny. Because if they are as big a headache as you've implied, Code Monkey, I'd rather wait for it to be all fixed before I continue building. I got worried thinking I forgot to slow down again there, but I just remembered the speed limit through here is 40 now, not 20, like it used to be. I'm not going to stop in time, am I? Well, that was really dumb. Alright, we're a non-stopper. Oh, have you already done it? It probably has arrived then. One second, let me check my inbox. Oh yeah? Awesome. So I take it I just download that, copy it into the folder, replace the existing one, and then it'll work. Is that correct? Why? I'm wondering why it didn't. Alright, cool. Hang on a sec, let me mute my mic. Alright, I'll make a copy of the file that I've got now. Then I'll replace... So hang on, I'll make a copy of the file I've got now and put it somewhere else on my laptop. Then I'll replace the file with the one that you've sent over and see if it works or not. And if it doesn't, I'll just revert back to the old one. So, just to confirm, does it just change the audio of tunnels? Or does it actually make them appear on the map at the bottom here as well? Even just rename the existing one to something else, the game won't look at it then. Okay, I'll do that. What platform are we going to be coming into? That's a good question. Let's check. I think we should come into 1 or 2. Probably 1 is the shortest platform on the in the station. Yeah, does it affect everything to do with tunnels, or does it just affect the audio? Can we fit in 1A? I think we might be able to fit in 1A. Oh, hello. We are going way too fast. Track rule is like a master blueprint. All walls, track, etc. use one, but it doesn't show up in any visible way. Track type defines what you actually see. The audio is something you'll have to change yourself though, but it should appear now. Okay. So it still won't appear on the map, but it will act like a tunnel. That's what I'm hearing. Alright, get ready to slow down to 15. Nearly there. Oh god, trying to manage this down the hill. I have a feeling even this shorter train won't be able to get up the hill. At least not with me driving. So it might be like a one-way trip. And then you need a push from something else to get back up the hill again. Alright, here we go. Just tipped over the edge there. Oh yeah, we need to sort out these junction bits as well. Need to sort those out. Yeah, the frogs. It was something to do with double clicking on a junction, but I didn't know where to double click in order to get the thing to come up. The annoying thing is I saw a tutorial on it once upon a time and I got it working and just completely forgot how I did it. Control double click. Alright, give us a sec. We'll drive this train into the platform and then we'll try and sort out these points. Okay, here it comes. Big hill time. Clear the way, train coming in. And down the hill. Are we going to fit in 1A? I hope we do. And release. Yeah, I think the speed limits around the station here should be 10 rather than 15. Anywhere near the junction and it will highlight the lead up and both turnouts. Be aware you can't double click the selection gizmo, which will probably appear on the first click. Right, okay, hang on. I'll know what you mean when I see it. For now, I can't really interpret it. That's me though, that's not you, that's me. Okay, come on. Ooh, I thought I was going to hit the buffers then. How close was that? Oh, that's miles away actually. We got our revolving doors again. I think that is a known bug. I think that is a known bug. Alright, wait for the doors to close. There we go. So, control, double click. So let's try this one first. And actually I'm picking one that doesn't need... Oh no, it does need doing. Here. So control. Like what bit do I actually click on? Just the track? Aha. Okay. Now what do I do? Guard length. Guard offset. Guard extension. Right. And then See, I don't think it's the diamond that actually needs doing. So I've clicked on the wrong bit there. It's actually this junction here. It's the one that needs doing first and foremost. Right, so this works differently for diamond points or three-way points. Okie doke. So yeah, the only bit I need to change is a little bit here, which I think might be from the diamond, and this here. So the overlapping rail is when one set of points makes rails that go further onto another one, which means adjusting one set actually fixes the gap in the other set of points. The diamond is making rails that fill up the point frogs. Yeah, here the guard is a problem as well, so I reckon I can change the guard length from 1.5 maybe to 1.0. I don't think that did anything. No, I'm just going to undo that. Oh wait, I can't undo that. What was it, 1.5? Guard length doesn't work. Alright. I thought this here was the guard length. Like this is the guardrail. So is it this? Guard offset. Guard extent. Oh, maybe it's guard extension. Aha. So that's actually fine. Ignore the top three boxes. Oh, so is it this? Oh man. Right, hang on. Let me select the junction again. I'll select the diamond, and we'll do this. For points, the left 4 limit the turnout and stock rail length. 5 and 6 labelled limit E and F limit the guard lengths. Right. Okay, so instead of changing the guard length itself, you change the limit. Is that what you're saying? Let's deselect. So let's go back in this. So E and F limit the guard length. So what can I change that to? Like 1.0? Yeah. So let's do that. The top 8 checkboxes toggle the rail on and off totally if you hover or click it. See, now what I want is here. I want this guardrail to move back slightly. But I can't seem to find a way to do that. Oh, this one works now though. That one's moved back. It's just that one that needs to move back. Yes, that one's now fine. It's this right-hand rail here. Once you work out what number of rail is the problem, you can limit the length to something so it doesn't fill the gap. So yeah, this rail here is the problem. Should be the top box right hand column. So yeah, this one. Yeah, so that's fine. So having that the same length as the other one isn't an issue now. I'm okay with that. It's whatever this rail here is. So that problem bit is actually extended from the diamond. Okay, so the problem is the diamond. So in that case, I'm going to quickly put these back to how they were. And then I'm going to select the diamond. So I've got to limit these. Now what did I just change? Hover over each of the top 8 checkboxes until the rail vanishes. Did I even remove that one? Would it be easier if I just removed them all and then brought them back one by one? Okay. So this one. Let me zoom out a bit more. Okay, so that's this one here. It just did. So that one's fine. That's that one, that's fine. What's this one? So limit H, bottom right text box. Set that to something like 20. Okay, I don't remember turning that one off. So this one, limit it to something like 20. Okay, why is there a gap here? Is that the one that we just changed? Yeah. So it's not that one. Okay, 20 is too short. 25? 25 works. Try 30. I mean, 25... I'll try 30. Yeah, 30 works. 30 works. So is this the same but on the other side? So for diamonds, anyone sensible would think it's measured from the center of the diamond outward. Let me guess, it's not. Oh god, what have I... Okay, that makes no sense. Why would it do it that way around? They measure it from the opposite end to confuse you. Right, okay. Yes, that's why 20 was coming up short here. Because they measure it from that side in, rather than in, out. Gotcha. So... these are the guardrails, aren't they? So yeah, the problem is... this rail here extends too far. and this rail here extends too far. For some reason, some of these rails keep disappearing, or was that part of the design? I don't know. So the guardrails aren't the problem. The problem is the normal running rails. So it's these two center ones and this right hand one. They're the ones that are too long. And now I need to cut those back. The center frog of the diamond is from the points. This one. Is it? Whose genius idea was to make this route double track again? Those are rails coming too far from the points. Okay, so now let's... With the diamond selected, you can fix the right hand one. Just need to find out which of the other 7 rails is the problem. Yeah, it's a nice little game of guess who. So this one can get fixed from the diamond. Is that what you're saying? Okay. So is it literally a case of... Ah! First time's the charm. I've not messed anything up anywhere else. Bloody hell. See, I was literally just going to start from number 1 and work through. There was nothing that tells me that that is limit A. Nothing about that is obvious. So, is it possible to apply logic and reason and suggest that if I limit this one to 30... Oh wait, hang on. Because it doesn't work like that, does it? Yeah, see, it doesn't work like that. You were too logical, Mark. You ruined the game. Rather than muck about with numbers, I usually use the checkboxes to find out which one is what. Yeah, no, yeah, you're right. So is this like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H? So if I do U, which one disappeared? That one. Of course it did. Because if that's A, and that's B, then of course that one's C. And that's D. So A, B, C and D are all fine. E is... where exactly? And F. That's G. And H is on that side. See, I don't think we need to change this anymore. I think it's this one that we need to change. So you're A. You're B. And B does need changing. So let's limit B to 30. Let's see what happens. No, 20. Aha. It's which rail is which is the confusion. Select the points should be one of 4. It should be one of 1, 2, 4. So that one is also fine. And that one is also fine. So I think this is still slightly too long. Oh no, no. Maybe that is fine. Oh, there's a small gap. There's a teeny tiny gap. And now there isn't. For points, it's sensible, measured from the toe of the point, so you can sort of guess from the length of the curve coming off it. Okay. I hear what you're saying. So A is fine, B is now fine, C is that one, you're fine, D is... Now which one's D? Ah, I see which one D is. Yeah, D's fine. E, fine. F, fine. G is fine. And H is, I think, also fine. Select the other point. That's a diamond again. There we go. So A is that one. B is that one. C is that one. D is this one. So it looks like A needs to be 21. Yeah. I think we've tidied it up. Let's save. So there's still a tiny issue with the guardrails here, but I think, what was it, G? Or H? Or F? Or E? EF limit the guard length for points. No way to limit it for diamonds. So E and F. Let's change you to like 1.5 and just see what happens. That looks okay. Maybe 2. Yeah, 2. 2 looks fine. And we'll do the same thing on this side just to make it a bit more uniform. And then this side 2 and 2. Okay, so that's one done. This side over here, same problem. Although this side is a bit tidier. So A, the problem is B, by the looks of it. So if I limit B to like 20 or 10, is it not B? Oh, is it the diamond that's... I think it's the diamond that's doing it. have a look. You're A. You're B. See, I think the problem is B. If we limit it to like 10. Hey! Done. And then we need to do C or D. I think D? No. Oh, is it doing the opposites? Yeah, I think it's doing the opposites. Yeah, it's not immediately obvious, is it? Which one's D? Which one's D? This is really confusing. Ah. That one. So that's, what, G? We'll limit you to 10. Okay, 15. There we go. So that's that side fixed. So now it is just this central bit here. So let's do the guards first. 2 and 2. And now it's A, B, C. Oh, that's way too short. 20? 20. Points leaking onto diamonds. Right, yeah. Oh, ignore me, I'm behind. Okay. So this is diamonds leaking onto points still by the looks of it. Unless, oh no, actually no, I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I think you're now fine. So I think now it's just this one that needs doing. So you need to be 2. You need to be 2. And then I think it is, it's not A, it's not B, it's not C, it's D. I think you also need to be like 15 or 16. 16. So let's fix that. But this one's now too short. Maybe 20 for this then. Makes it too long again. 16. So why does this now no longer connect? Is that a diamond issue? Can I extend it from this side? Did you limit a length on the diamond? Yeah, a couple. Let's see if I can solve that. So that one was 10. Okay. So it's neither of those. So was it you were 15, you were 10? So it's one of the guardrails. It's one of the guardrails that's the issue. Which were, what, E and F? Or G and H? Which one are you? Well, this makes no sense. BRB a sec. Okay, no problem. I think the problem is this, you know, because we've limited it to 16, 17, 18, and now it's too long. So I think it needs to be... What was it? It was 15, which is too short. So I think it needs to be 16. That's fine. Don't tell me it's this. No, it's not going to be this. Who's got a random piece missing? And I don't actually know which one that is. It's a really interesting conundrum. It's not this, is it? It's like if I make you now 30, that's not going to fix that. No. I know that CodeMonkey said this doesn't actually do it. It does do it! It fixed it! Look! It's gone! It's all you. Okay, so like 0.75 maybe? Close. Arrived back in time to hear my name. According to this, it's something to do with these numbers here. There you go, we're all learning. I just don't know how long to make it, because that almost connects it up, but it's also extending it on this side, which I don't want it to do. So what if I make you like 1.7? Okay, that does nothing. Just 1. Aha! 0.5. No. 1.2. Put you back at 0.75. 1.3. I mean, it fits. Almost. That fits. Have I messed it up everywhere else? Yeah, a little bit here. Are these related though? Don't think they are. I think this is me messing around with these numbers. No? Maybe not. Oh yeah, no, that's me messing that up now. So what were you? You were 15, and you were 10. So what's the number here? Is it the offset? No. make that a ridiculous number. Okay. What was it? 1.0 I had it at? I can't even remember now. Was it ever aligned? Probably not. Probably not. In hindsight. Oh, that's now too much. Was it 1.3 I had it at? Yeah. Maybe it wasn't ever aligned. I'm going to call that good. I'm going to call that good. So long as it looks like wheels can fit through there, which they can. Should be able to. That's good enough for me. So I'm going to do this last junction. Actually, are there any points down here where it's a bit messed up? Yes, you, sir. That's fine. Let's do that. So, A, B, C, D. So I think B and D are the ones to change. Let's put you down to like 10. What's different, if anything? Don't think anything's different. So, can I change you to 5? Something changed there. It's measured from the toe, so it's measured from here. And if I change D to 5 as well, aha! So D is this one here. So D, you're fine as you are. So B has to be this one. So if I changed B to like 1, huh. In that case, I don't know what B is. E, F. Wait, which one was F? F is that guardrail. And then G and H. Let's change these to, what was it, 2? Maybe 1. Yeah, 1 should be fine. And then these ones, also change them to 1. Like that. And then, let's see, A, B, C, D. So D is the one that needs to change here. 10. Okay, that worked. Is it too short up at this end now? Nope. So then here again, I think it's B. Oh no, it's not B. Must be D as well then. Hey! Okay, any more? Yep, this one. One, and B. No, D. Must be D. Yeah. Except D's now too short. 15. 16. 17. 7. No, even 17's a bit short. 17.5. Oh, it doesn't like 0.5s. 18. That'll work for me. Hold control. Double click. Why is that not working now? Oh, hang on, I had it then, didn't I? I had it then. Hold Control, double click. By the way, some people will split and weld the track in the middle. That's less faffing around but causes problems with sleepers usually depending how close the tracks are. Okay. Can't double click the selection gizmo. So, do I need to get in closer? How do you, like, avoid that? Because it keeps coming up. Sometimes easier to select one bit of track, then move the mouse, then control click. So if I do U. Or do you mean, like, select this bit, then control, and then click? So hang on. That. No. No. Problem with control is it's the universal way of selecting two things. But it's not working. So I do that, and then I hold Control, double click, but it's just selected these two pieces of track now. What? And it's this set of points that's causing the problem. I need to change the length of this rail. Oh, dearie me. It was going so well. Let me see if I can do another set, and then we'll come back. So this double points is fine. All these are fine. I think the only place where it isn't fine is if there's two tracks. Oh no, wait, you're fine as well. Aha! Over here. This one doesn't work. So, hold Control, double click. Well, that worked. Why is it being funny over on the other side? Stupid bloody thing. Right. B is that one. So if I change you to 10. Okay, 15. 15 is fine. Now I've got to change now this one's not working. There we go. It's U1, U1, and B, yeah, change B to 15, 18, 18. Yeah, the triple looks like it's worked. Over here at the sheds. No problems there whatsoever. Quite impressed actually. Over here, all good. So it's just... it's not that one. It's just this one now that's being a pain in the backside. You can't double click the selection gizmo, and yet how I don't know how to not select the double click the selection gizmo. Why have they made that the same thing? Why have they made that like left click brings up selection, left click also brings up junctions, when you can't do one with the other? Who designed that exactly? What a stupid thing. And I can't even select it at all from this side, probably because of that stupid red ring. Yeah, I cannot select it. I cannot select it. And I can't select it from there either. I think we might have to be stuck with that rail. What was it you were saying about splitting and welding? To like do that. And then weld it again. Okay, that's a new problem. Okay, that's done it. That's actually worked. It's a nice little hack to know. Nice. Quite happy with that. Right. We're just getting warmed up, by the way. There's a lot more tricky ones over here. Particularly over here at Wenwick Colliery, because we've got these crossovers here in the tunnel. Which should be quite easy to do. I think it's B or D that we've got to change. Let's try B. Whoops, not 1007. Oh god, no. Okay, so I don't think it's B. I think it's D. Yeah, it's D. The sleepers can overlap sometimes because it's treating it like two separate sets of points. Happens more when it's close together. I didn't notice anything wrong with the sleepers, so I think we got away with it. Are you going to let me... Oh, you are. So even in a tunnel it works better than it does over there. That's insane. Was it D again? Yep. Nice. That's that one done. I was actually dreading doing the one in the tunnel. That's gone quite... Oh, hang on. It's not gone quite well. Let's change this one to 15. Okay. How's it looking on that side? It's looking good. So 15 is the golden number here. There we go. What a marketing slogan. Train sim works better underground. Yeah. Can you imagine that? Stick that on a box. Right. This one here, yeah, this triple needs a little bit of work. Although, I have a feeling it's actually this set of points here that's messing it up. Maybe not, looking at it. The bit I'm worried about is how the hell are we going to do this one? Or does it need doing? Oh, it does here. Although that might be this set of points that's causing that. Yeah, a single slip. A man's worst nightmare. Let's do the easy ones first. I mean, we're laughing and joking about it, but at the same time, it is quite daunting, the thought of having to do this. And also the thought of every new set of points that I build from now on is probably going to need work like this done to it. Okay, that's worked. So I think part of the problem here is this set of points. So I need to select you. Set all the guards at 1. I did this for the approach to Glasgow Central on West Coast Main Line North. Couldn't do anything with the double slips. Does that mean we can't do anything with the singles? Okay, is it B? What's the problem? Oh no, it's not B either. Which one is it? A? Aha, I think it's A. Set you to 15. Hey, hey, done it. Right. Let's get the hell out of Dodge. Oh wait, that's not the right length. Maybe 20 instead of 15. Or let's try 18. 18 sometimes works. How's that? Yeah, 18 works actually. We got some good triple pointage going on there. This is all fine. Bit crooked there, but not bad. So it's just this one now. I think your left stock rail on the triple is overlapping too. That one there could do with some lengthening. Left stock rail. Oh yeah, so it is. Absolutely right. Which one are you then? You're not A. You're B. That's nice and easy. 18. 20. 23. 23. Good spot. Alright, Kurt. Have a good evening. I'll see you later for OpenTTD. I say stock rail. It could be called something entirely different. The one that doesn't move. Static rail? If it doesn't move, I'd say static. But I don't know. I literally don't know these terminologies. Hello. That's an interesting... You can't really notice that from here. I think it's because of the elevation change on the junction. It's not the prettiest, but it's fine. It works. Now we've got to work out this one. So I think first and foremost, this is the problem. I think the stock rail, we might as well just call it that from now on, because then we both know what we're talking about. So I think, is it A? No. Is it B? C? D. It's D. So let's change you to 10. Okay, 15. Alright, that works. Does the rest of it all just work now? I know there's a little bit here where it's a bit off. I think though, if I change the guardrail length down to 1, wait a minute. Why have you... Oh, you absolute... Let me guess, it doesn't work for... Doesn't work like that for slips. Yep. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Right, it's literally just this bit here that we need to change, and the rest of this is all fine. So could it be this set of points maybe? Could it be that rail's too long? So you're A, you're B. So wait, A is that one. So C. I think it's C. Yeah, it's C. So I think if I change you to 20, let's fix that. God, it's just a mess over here trying to see where each line is supposed to go. I think that's fine though. I think that's actually okay. I've got it licked. I'm okay at problem solving is the thing. I'm okay at problem solving. It's everything else. That was me clicking when I should have done that. Right. Yeah, it's everything else where I can struggle, but once I get it, part of it sussed, the rest of it does tend to fall into place. So this looks like C is the problem. Okay, what am I changing here? Ah. Okay, I don't think C is the problem then. D. No. E. F. G. And H. So it's this left-hand line here that I need to shorten, because that's where it glitches into the point work. So I need to work out which one of these it is. Now I assumed it was C.